I don't know how many times I've recorded this, or if this will actually be the last time. I've lost count. Okay? Just gonna say that right now. I'm sorry, folks. My apologies for not posting anything for a while. But part of me has been tempted to post a video of my thoughts on my least favorite Scootaloo episode. And it's hard for me to talk about. For a number of reasons. Most of them pretty much saying the same thing, that it hits close to home. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that dislikes the episode, but I'm not sure how many people dislike it for the same reason I do. And the big reason is how it ends. The Last Crusade. Which is the first time we get to see Scootaloo's parents. But it's not the first mention, or, well, outside of the comics, they're hinted towards in one other episode. And it's this combination that makes me dislike the episode that much more. So, for those of you who don't know, a previous episode which circles around Rainbow Dash and her parents, spoilers alert, we find out Scootaloo never really had anyone there to say they loved or supported her. No one was there for her. And in The Last Crusade, we basically find out why. In The Last Crusade, even her own classmates were surprised to hear that Scootaloo really had parents that were coming to town. And the first thing they do is put Scootaloo, her friend's classmates and the teacher in danger. On purpose. How do we know this? Simple. 1. The gator didn't really fight back against the parents. All they did really was tackle it and scold it like Fluttershy would. 2, they had cages at the ready. Yeah. I'm sorry, but if you have a cage ready right outside, saying, oops, sorry, little guy got a pan a sec. I'm sorry, but how does a wild animal bursting into a room with its cage right outside count as it getting loose? I'm sorry, but they purposely let it in. At least that's the impression I had. So yeah, they, from their first appearance, did not really have a good track record for me. But the part that where it starts hitting home is Scootaloo's question. How long are you gonna be here? How long are you gonna be in town? This is why the first reason why this episode's hard. I actually had to talk to my therapist about this. Just me posting videos and talking about this episode. Because of that. I'm gonna let you guys in on something. When people ask me questions, I'm an open book. I'll tell you things about myself, and if I think you don't really want to know, or this is something that's probably best not said, I'll let you know. But stuff like this, a lot of people will probably be like, oh, you're just looking for sympathy. No. I'm not. And honestly, I hate people that think that way. Growing up, my dad wasn't allowed to be around my family for different reasons. We were only able to see him once in a blue moon, or talk to him. It was at the point where I was bullied at school because I didn't have a dad. Kids would laugh and say, oh, you don't have a dad, so you don't have a family. Growing up, I was called every name in the book. Because, in a way, I was basically trailer trash. Poor, living in a trailer court. I didn't really mind all those jokes, all those insults. But that one. And hearing Scootaloo ask that. Brought back memories. And her parents' reaction pissed me off. So calm, smiling, saying just long enough to pack up. And then just dropping it from there. When I asked my dad that, he'd tell me, oh, I'll be here for an hour or two. Then he'd follow it up with something crazy or be like, hey, let's do something together. He always tried to make me and my sister happy with what little time we had together. So, yeah. My respect for Scootaloo's parents took a nosedive at that point. And it didn't stop. Because I was reminded of other adults I had to live with the rest of the time. Everything Scootaloo tried to do to talk to her parents about wanting to stay, reasons she wanted to stay, didn't work. She tried telling them, coming up with reason to be like, this is how desperate I am. I'm trying to make up a creature for you to stay, and through obviously bad acting. I'm sorry, Scootaloo's a much better actress than in that episode. Hate me all you want. My personal opinion, she was doing it on purpose. She tried showing how much she's needed, how she's a part of a group. How she can't leave this place. And because it's Hasbro and not anime or other stuff, medias like that, they didn't go as far as self-harm. But they did do the runaway bit. So at that point of the show, my respect for Scootaloo's parents was hanging by a thread. And when she came back with her aunts, that thread snapped. Because they acted like, oh, you were playing with your friends, how nice. Well, we're almost packed up. What? I'm sorry, what? Your kid was out of town all night. Pretty much. Because she got to her aunts and they're asking, if I remember correctly, asked, why are you here so late? Wait. Huh. Considering Scootaloo got back to Ponyville during the day, yeah. Scootaloo, Sweetieville, and Apple Bloom were out all night. Sure, Applejack and Rarity would probably be cool with it because they know their little girl. They know their little sister, sorry. And if both of them are out, oh, hey Raz, y'all know where Apple Bloom is? You can't find her either? Huh. Well, I can't find Sweetie Belle. They're probably out somewhere. They'll be fine, they have each other. Alright, Ray. And I hope you guys enjoyed that little voice acting. Let me know if I screwed up. But yeah, those two, I can understand them being okay with it. But Scootaloo's parents wouldn't know. And funny thing is, if they did, this episode would have happened differently. Sure, they said, oh, we read your letters 20 times. But if you did, you would have known all the things she's done in Ponyville. All that she's done for the town, for the ponies in it. They would have known her adopted sister and idol, Rainbow Dash, was a Wonderbolt, and she has close ties to them. Because of that. They would have known that Scootaloo has done a lot for the ponies in town. And they depend on her as much as she depends on them. And the most ironic thing is, they never intended for her to stay. Had the town not stepped in with her aunts to say, yeah, Scootaloo really needs to stay here, cause we all need her. We all need all 3 CMC members. Not just 2, not 1, but 3. Yeah. And let's not get started on the whole abandonment issue of them possibly not being in town for, say 6, 7 seasons. Yes, I'm giving them leeway for the holidays. Oh wait, I can't! Because in several episodes we see Scootaloo alone. No parents. Yeah. And back at the Last Crusade episode, at the very beginning, we find out that not only her aunt traveled to Ponyville just to spend a day with her, or a few hours, before having to go back, but multiple other ponies from town, naturally including Rainbow Dash, and other characters, which pretty much says, yeah, Ponyville's been raising your kid, jackass. Sorry for my language, but I could say much, much worse about Scootaloo's parents. In comparison to other characters and villains, yeah, I consider them worse than villains. They're actually worse than Diamond's mom. Because at least Spoiled Rich does stuff for her kid. Yeah. Spoiled Rich, a classist, high and mighty, snooty character, which I personally dislike, is better than the ponified version of Dundee. If you don't know who that is, they're pretty much the stand-in for Crocodile Dundee, who was a much better dad than these two. Sorry, but it's true, he's much better. That's pretty much why America and probably half the world was sad when he passed. But yeah. I'm sorry, but there's not much I can say about the matter. I can try and stretch this video out a lot longer and try and think of something good, but I can't. I can't really think of much to say about them that's good. Other than after the town pretty much slapped the truth in their face, they finally decided, oh, well, too bad we sold the house, or else Scootaloo could stay here. Huh. While they were off doing who knows what, who knows where, Scootaloo was home alone, pretty much. Other than them paying bills, other than them having another house to pay bills on, nothing will have changed. Nothing. Thankfully, however, Scootaloo's aunts decided to move to Ponyville, giving her much better caretakers to look after her. Even in Scootaloo's opinion, I'm sorry, but her reactions with her aunts is priceless, and though I do like how the episode ended, it could have been better. And on top of that, according to what I've heard, Season 10, which was ported over to the comics, they didn't change. Scootaloo's parents still the same. They hadn't changed one bit. In fact, it was a bit worse. And this is like second, third hand information. Scootaloo goes over to her folks for a visit, finds out they are pretty much working at a zoo, and they leave her alone in the animal enclosures with dangerous animals, and then want her to stay there. One minute. I had to hit something. Because I can't hit them, and I don't want to break my walls. So I had to punch a bunch of jackets. So yeah. I might not be a lawyer, but based off the episode alone, not the comic, the actual episode, Scootaloo's parents would have been charged with at least 4 crimes. First degree, at least one account of first degree negligence and child endangerment with the crocodile. One account of abandonment because they left their kid home for say, let's be nice and say a month at a time. Child abuse, and yes, what they did is considered child abuse. And what was that last one? They do so many oopsies that's kinda hard to pinpoint. But yeah. Oh, basic neglect. Let's be honest. So, at least 2 first degree accounts. At least. And so, 2 first degrees, 1 basic fine, couple hundred, and 1 federal offense. That's jail on at least 1 or 2 accounts. Or if we're going financial for all 4, they could be charged up to maybe like 5,000. And if we transfer that from dollars to bits, we'll say about 20,000. Because an apple is like $1 something. And on the in the show they're like 1-2 bits, so so yeah, it's 1 apple. Here you go, got $1. Thank you. Ponies, 2 bits. Thank you. Here's your apple. So yeah, they could be charged up to 5, 10, even $20,000 for the 4 crimes, and that's being nice. Heck, I've seen different legal shows that do damaged goods being around $1,000. Okay. Oh, you broke something that cost about 100 at the store? You like? You broke that, huh? Well, this person's charging you for 1,000, so because you're in the wrong and you're claiming you're not. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to them. You're gonna pay that, and also pay for wasting our time. So I'm sorry, but 5,000 is reasonable. But push for the maximum. So, I really hate them. If it's not obvious. Even if I'm wrong on the amounts, and feel free to let me know exactly what crimes they committed if I missed any, or if I got it wrong, or the terms, let me know, and how much it actually be worth, and please do include a link, because I'd like to check out and laugh a bit. I would love to see someone do a pony crimes in MLP. That would be crazy. But yeah, with that out of the way, I'll probably do another character and do maybe a least favorite, or I'll turn around and do my most favorite for Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash. Or if you guys want, I can do an actual review of different episodes. With that said, what I do technically like about them is their character design and the voice actors. The voice actors did a great job. I just don't like the characters. The designs were great. I just don't like what the characters did. So yeah, it's kind of sad, in my opinion, that the pony version of Dundee was made to be a terrible parent. Oh, that's a lot of my chest, honestly. I don't think I'll be able to re-record this because every time I do, it just... If I do a review of the different episodes, please understand why I'm skipping this episode. And this video is the reason. If I end up making a video between the previous and next episode, or if I do a seasonal, I'll be like, well, check out my review of the episode in question. I'll give a link, or I'll just say check out my previous video on it. Involving Scootaloo's parents, because really, that's all this episode was a it was an emotional punch, an emotional chokehold for me. And really, I'm glad it's over. This video is done. I'm done talking about them. The episode is never watching again. So yeah, if you guys want to see more of my work, let me know. Comment down below on almost anything. What kind of videos you guys would like to see. As an entertainer, I'm open to almost anything, as long as I have the materials. And still, I am on my phone probably gonna be on it for a while. Uh, that's really all I have to say on the matter. So yeah, take care. See ya.